I think one of the adoption challenges for Second Life, I suspect that the average age of the people that are actively using Second Life will drop progressively as we reduce the difficulty of getting familiar with the technology. So the adoption kind of curve, you've heard me say this lots of times for Second Life today, is sort of several hours of dedicated use. You have to really have a reason to use it. So if somebody sends you a link to Second Life and you've never seen Second Life before and they say, hey, go in World tonight, there's a really cool band playing, you'll love it. Indeed, if a teenager or if a college student could have the experience of just instantaneously being in World at a live music event in Second Life, they would love it. They would tell their friends. The problem is that no college student is going to spend 4 hours in front of their computer preparing to go to a live music event when they've never even had the experience, and so they don't know how good it is. What that means is that it's that the change that has to happen, to Mitch's point, to get that average age to decline, to drop and get younger people using Second Life, is that the sort of attention span has to match the application better. And since we're obviously not going to increase human beings' attention spans when they're in their 20s, we've got to make Second Life progressively require a shorter and shorter time commitment to get familiar with it. And I think that we're all trying to do that. A lot of people here are probably trying to do that in your own I love what Mitch said. In your own work here, you're probably trying to make it easier for some of your other educators and business users to get into Second Life. But I think as a company, we also need to make the UI a lot better. We need to make the initial experience better, the parts of it that we control. And I think we can. I think we can. We've actually seen modest upward trends in conversion rate and first hour adoption and the percentage of people that actually get in World just over the last couple of quarters. Some of that is probably just due to our keeping Second Life up and running a little better, but there are things that we've been doing to try to make the experience a little smoother. And I think there's a lot more we can do. And I don't think that I still think that we're in the earliest stages of this phenomena. I apologize for Second Life being hard for people to use, but in a way, I guess I would also defend that we're improving it at a reasonably rapid rate, and this stuff is not simple. And there are, a variety of other virtual worlds that have been built that demonstrate that this stuff is not simple. Nobody has just thrown out there the sort of iPod interface of virtual worlds and said, duh, why aren't you all adopting it? I wish they would, because we would just adopt it as quickly as we could possibly, change the code. I think that the challenge of, say, figuring out how to move around and interact with objects in a virtual world, how to search for things and people, what relevance means in a virtual world, these are hard problems that require significant amounts of design and ingenuity to fix. And, it's practically speaking still probably going to take a while to get those things really happening.